You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss. You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hey folks, it's Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com. Ladies and gentlemen, there are these things that makes it official. We are on deck, on show, on live, and what we require from you is to listen to the show intensely, take notes, because there will be a test after, and refer the show to your family, friends, and relatives. Tell them to go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, YouTube.com/Chris Voss, Facebook.com/Chris Voss. You just follow the damn show already and subscribe to it, whatever, or else. Don't make me pull the car over, folks. Opinions expressed by guests on the podcast are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the host or the Chris Voss Show. Some guests of the show may be advertising on the podcast, but it is not an endorsement or review of any kind. Today we have an amazing young lady on the show with us today. We're going to be talking about her passion and her matchmaking business that she's involved in helping people be better and improve relationship dynamics. Because, you know, I've seen a lot of your people, relationships and marriages out there, people. You need all the help you can get. That's why I'm still single. You guys, every time I get, I should fall in love and get a wonderful woman in my life and all that stuff, I go hang out with you married folks. You guys ruin it every time. Anyway, I'm just teasing you folks. You're not that bad. Anyway, guys, we have on the show with us today, Leslie Wardman, and her company is called amzn.to. Matchmaking. We're going to get into it. And she has a passion for matchmaking that began with her keen interest in human behavior and relationship dynamics. She has dedicated her career to building a boutique matchmaking firm that goes beyond algorithms, offering a highly personalized and hands-on approach for accomplished professionals across the U.S. and internationally. That leaves me out. Her work is...
You're not on the planet.
I'm not accomplished, and I'm not highly educated or whatever. I don't know. I flunked second grade. Her work has brought thousands of successful matches together and positioned amzn Matchmaking as a leader in the industry, particularly in the specialized matchmaking for South Asian professionals. She has pioneered bridging cultural gaps, ensuring that love and tradition harmoniously align in the matchmaking process. Welcome to the show, Leslie. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And I know you are too.
I'm trying. If I can learn how to speak when I'm reading people's bios. Leslie, give us your .coms. Where can people find you on the interwebs?
ambiancematchmaking.com.
So give us a 30,000 overview, guys, what you're doing over there and partying and all that stuff.
We work with pretty much, I know we flaunt education and stuff, but like some of our most successful clients, like high school or college dropouts, but yeah, major Ivy Leaguers, typically top 3%. We started in a certain place and we've just kept raising the bar as we go. We've been very blessed. And I feel like the universe has just kind of rolled out the red carpet, to go in certain directions. But I've done, coincidentally, that number you threw out, I've interviewed more than 30,000 people in my career. And I look at that like getting a PhD every year, considering like you ask them how they got to where they're going and how they got to launch this amazing business. Monday, I interviewed a girl out of Northern California. She's just like barely 40, and she just sold her .com for, it's fun just how they got there and stuff. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, I remember back when I was like in the music business and kind of like being envious of all these people that were so successful and just going, how did they do it? And it always seemed like there was some luck involved and timing and all that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I feel very lucky and good with timing because we got in, like 25 years ago before the entourage, and Yeah. Oh, no, God, we were there before dating apps, and
Yeah.
when they showed up on the scene, and then especially Patty Stanger, that show on Netflix. I hadn't seen it, and everybody's you
Patty.
gotta see this show. So, Millionaire Matchmaker.
Oh, I think I
Yeah,
remember seeing her. Wasn't she brunette?
yeah.
Patty's. What was it called? Patty's what?
No, it was called Millionaire Matchmaker.
Oh, Millionaire Matchmaker. Millionaire
Yeah.
Matchmaker. Yeah, I think I remember that. I remember when Match.com came on the scene.
Mm,
I remember taking a girl out, and I learned you had to find the new girl who just joined Match, or else you would get lost in all the DMs she would get. And what you would do,
mhm,
you'd have to, be one of the first to message her as soon as she went on, try and get a date with her. And then there was a gal I took out, and she really liked me. We had a really amazing date. I mean, just to prove that it was amazing, there was a bit of making out going on there at the end. And so I was like, okay, she's really into me.
mhm.
And for some reason, I got her number. I don't know why.
Because you made out.
I don't know why. It was, I hadn't mastered Match.com. It was still new. And
Okay.
so the next day or two, I was like, hey, I think I want to ask her out then. And so I sent her a message on Match, and I never heard back. I'm like a machine. So I go, okay, if I don't hear back, she's not interested. That's cool. Next. And 3 or 4 months later, I heard back from her, and she goes, hey man, I just saw your message. She goes, I'm sorry. I did have a great day with you. I want to go out with you again. And I'm like, well, what happened? You know? And she's, Chris, I'm getting 400 freaking messages a day. Your message just got fucking buried.
Yeah.
And I realized the danger of option overload at that point. And we
Yeah.
learned that in sales. If in sales, I don't give people 10 options, you give them two, choose this or that. If you give
Mhm.
them 10 options, you'll overload
Yeah.
them. And it
Yeah.
really became apparent that was what was going on in that. And
That
even now.
is amazing. You know what? Like, I forgot about that tier because it's such a walk down memory lane. But remember in our like green room chat, I was talking about how for the first time in history, the majority of the population are single.
Mhm.
And COVID did not help that. It's kind of made a distance. And people, even in my very personalized company, like people are traveling, and it can be a Rubik's cube. But then that did a number on people because it started making dating seem like fast food or something. So the neurons got trained to just not take anything too seriously once upon a time. But for all that, what ended up happening, like you met somebody in the cheese section maybe of the grocery store, and it was special,
Mhm.
and all that got taken away. And then you got to factor in also we're at an awkward phase evolutionary wise because women are very much becoming so independent and excelling, and becoming engineers and all that kind of
You
stuff.
keep mispronouncing masculine. What prompted you to start this business? What was the final thing that made you go, I'm
Yeah.
sick of this and fixing it?
It wasn't in like that at all, actually.
Okay.
I was coming out of an almost 20-year marriage, and I was like just going, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do. Like, I
Mhm.
don't know how to be single. It'll take me 10 lifetimes to learn how to be single." Because I was like, we were always together,
Your
all
identity.
that kind of, yeah, it was insane, 24/7. And then I don't know. I remember journaling and kind of meditating and maybe praying. And then 2 weeks later, I was flipping through a magazine, and I saw this article, big article. It was like lots of bling. And it was talking about singles. And I was like, what is this? And this is like 2010.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was like way back. Like what, a match launched in 98. And so then this was like the beginning of the matchmaking in Western civilization. Of course, it's been around in Eastern culture, and hence I work with South Asians. It's just second nature. But I called them up because I was just like, what is this? This company that you have? I had no clue.
Mhm.
And we just started talking. I'm friends with the girl still. She's like, just come on down, talk to us, because we totally clicked. And I get down there, we're hanging out, having fun. And then I end up going home. And then the owner of the company called me, and we were chatting it up. And next thing you know, they hired me. I did not know they were even hiring, but they hired me out of 350 people that had applied for this position that I was clueless about. And I was so happy because it was right up my alley, you know,
Hmm.
just networking and getting to the bottom of the people and who they are and stuff. Kind of hit the ground running, and, you know, I've no looking back, and ended up going independent. Of course, the company had some restructuring. They wanted to keep me on, but I decided to go independent and started slowly. And I was actually business partners with my daughter for the majority of that time, but she ended up going in another direction recently. She married a guy from Argentina, and now she's helping him with his business and stuff. Anyway, yeah, my mom was a matchmaker too, so I got
Oh,
to like
really?
factor that in. She wasn't like, you know, full throttle like I am. Oh my gosh,
Oh, okay.
you know, but no, she did some matchmaking in her days, you know, at the hair salon and stuff like that. I rarely get Gen Z clients. 30s is our target market. And
Yeah.
honestly, the ones that we work with, they've been so busy getting their education on and their corporate
Yeah.
game on. And all of a sudden they're like, you know what, it might be family time. And they haven't been out there doing that.
Yeah. How do you guys help singles navigate through your service and
Mhm.
try and find, potentially the love of their life or all that
Sure.
stuff?
We got really busy during COVID. I know it did a number on people, and it was really weird seeing these super busy executives just locked in their place, looking like they're, you know, wanting to jump out the window or something. It was pretty weird. But typically, yeah, this is always the way it is. Since I've been in business so long, SEO shines on us. So we get leads constantly that just every day come into our computer, and have a quick look at it to see if they look like what we call ambiance material. Um,
Ah,
yeah, I mean, you know,
probably
they have to
where
be
I fall off the
wholesome.
map there.
No, I would love to match you. Are you kidding? You're like the target, the guy that's never been married and stuff. I would love to get you married. And just to elaborate a little, like when you're raised, it's like getting programmed like a computer. So if you see a mom and dad navigate through, you know, challenges or anything, and they do it in a wholesome way without throwing things, and, you know, you're going to pick up on that and it's going to transfer. And I feel so bad for people that were raised in that family and they like want to save somebody. They fall for somebody that is, you know, one dimensional. They don't do the big dive before they decide to get into a marriage, and next thing you know, they're coming home from a business trip and there's like a party, and, you know, like, you just got to be so careful. You know, there's so many layers to the biggest decision of your life, and I really enjoy taking people in and helping them navigate in that way. And I do factor in all those things, and it's unfortunate what's happened to civilization in this country with the family, because the people we work with, they're typically from that, what'd you call it, ideal family.
Yeah, nuclear family, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, people from South Asia, they're like they so honor their mom and dad still, you
Mhm.
know, and they're
Yeah.
just so family oriented and they're so respectful. And typically the American families that we work with are as well, but out in the real world, my friends and, you know, I mean, it's a whole different story. And I don't know, it's a whole nother show too. But yeah, it really helps if somebody's been raised. I always ask. That's like the first thing, my secret
Yeah,
sauce,
you
because
and me. So how do you
yeah.
find wholesome people? I see in your website you've got an
Hmm.
application process,
Hmm.
profiles,
Hmm.
interviews, feedback, meet dates. Do you do any of that old VCR video
No,
recordings? You ever see those? Those are always fun to watch.
you are so old school.
So you line people up on these dates, you try and find wholesome people. How's that working out so far, I guess? Or give me some more data on
Oh,
what goes on
sure.
inside your organization. It's kind
My
of supposed to be a
favorite
show about
one?
that.
No, that's okay. I mean, I'm glad. I feel like, yeah, no, I feel like it's been a nice chat and I definitely gotten to know you better. But regarding that, back to my secret sauce and how important that is, out of all the marriages that we've gotten together, we've only had
Oh,
one or two divorces.
really? Wow.
Yeah.
So you're good at
And
really aligning people. What is the key to that? Is it values alignment?
that's huge because of all of that we've just talked about and where they
Mhm.
are in life and their energy and their values. And like in I do, like, I remember my business partner, my daughter, she's, what age category do you want to focus on the most? And I said 30s. And she's like, why? And I said, because they've gotten their education, they've gotten their, you know, corporate game on. Now they want to find somebody and they don't have the baggage and divorce and all that kind of stuff. It just makes my selfishly my life easier. Not to say that I love also working with divorcees, because I know I'm going to help them, keep them from kissing frogs and stuff, you know,
Yeah.
try to help them, because it's like landing on another planet out there, you know, getting on match.com after a
Mhm.
divorce where 1/4 of the profiles are fraudulent, you know. It's like taking a
Yeah.
walk in East LA after dark or something. It's
It really is.
scary.
Yeah. That's one of the features we have in my Facebook group. I filter hard for fake profiles. So we're like the only dating Facebook group that we filter hard for profiles. We also filter hard for married, poly, swingers, any of those people that aren't really singles.
Yeah, everybody's got a perfect body. It's just ridiculous. First of all, even though I'm from here in the fourth generation, my first office I opened was in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh,
Second office was Oklahoma City. Third office was Chicago. Fourth office was the coast. I rolled up and down the coast, San Francisco, LA, Orange County, and San Diego. And then we went to New York Times. It was crazy. New York Times did an article on us randomly. This is a thing, I'm telling you. It's weird. But and that was right when COVID was just coming out. And I was getting ready to move there and open our office, but it happened. So we got Miami now, New York City, Austin.
Wow.
And then Dubai, and we're international.
Wow.
We've got voted a top 10. Yeah, we've got voted a top 10 in the world, matchmakers.
That is awesome. Are you guys in Dubai? There's a lot of money going on over there.
Yeah, we just popped it up, and now it's a lot of people, and they're really beautiful, and they're kind of like all these amazing women, and it's incredible. More women are really applying. And you were talking about men and like the things that happen. When I first started doing this, like women would get really sentimental around the holidays, like where we're coming into right now. But then slowly but surely, like it seems like the men are starting to exude their sentimental side, and they seem to be coming to us more before the holidays. It's kind of interesting. We're launching the podcast, free launching it. It was
Tell
like
us what the name is if you got it.
Date Smart, but I'm going to
Smart?
rename it Date Smart.
Oh, Date Smart.
Yeah, my daughter actually started it, and I started the dating app, and now we've got like a zillion people on the waiting list. That's going to be coming out shortly.
Are you guys in China too?
We do have not only South Asian, but East Asian, and we're getting ready to do the Jewish community as well. I'm Jewish on my mom's side. And,
I have a bunch of friends that do Jew date, I think it is, or Jew.
J-Date.
J-Date. That's it.
I'm sorry, that's cute. You got to watch Nobody Wants This, that show. It's so funny.
Really?
But yeah, it's J-Date. And a lot of people have gotten married on there. And Jewish men make fine husbands. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us, give us a final pitch as we go out.
All right. Well, amzn.to. End of story. I mean, our socials are on there, and you can find everything's there. Blogging. I mean, I don't really, not big into self-promoting. I kind of pay somebody to do that, but yeah, here we are.
Hire Leslie, and she'll help you find love and marriage or whatever you want. Love?
A lot of people are afraid of marriage these days, only if they're starting families in their 30s. But yeah, a lot of people just like a life partner,
Yeah, that's how I am. Yeah. In fact, I'm at the age where I'm like, we're life partners, but you keep your house and I'll keep mine.
Oh, like Frida and them. A lot of people say that. No, there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people are saying that as well.
Yeah. It's not, part of it is once you reach a certain age, both men and women are so ingrained in their patterns. And, women are nesters, and I don't put the toilet seat down because I'm an asshole.
Oh my gosh. No, just kidding.
You're like, we're never representing him.
Click no.
He's on the blacklist now. Anyway, great discussion. And I'm sure we fixed dating, and everything will be fine from here on out.
We solved all the problems.
Everyone's getting married after this show. Listen to it. Even if you're already married, you're going to get a second wife.
God, Chris, don't adulterate our perfectly wholesome conversation.
Now you know.
We'll fix it. You're
all right.
sweet.
Well,
You're
thank you very much. No, you have no idea. I'm awful.
He's sweet.
I'm horrible.
It's all right. You love it. You know you are.
Thank you very much for coming to the show. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss. Chris Voss won the TikTok. It's a crazy place. They don't be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.